Alright. So, what is up? It's me again. Doing another video tonight. This one is just one this is just one I'm gonna do before I go to bed. So, there's been one thing, I'm telling you, just one thing, that I haven't talked about on this channel since episode 17. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but in case you guys are new, to the channel, what I'm talking about is the mini farm. Now, the mini farm, I haven't talked about since 2 summers ago, I think. Yeah, it's been 2 summers ago now since I've talked about it, because I did it, well, I know I did it this year, but I just can't remember which day I worked it. I think I worked it during the spring, and then circle back around to the summer of 2020, I think. I can't be sure, but I'll have to check the date on the videos, on the last video I did. So, the first mini farm episode, just to give you guys a little history on what went down in the mini farm series and why it stopped for so many years. Well, for a few years. Well, and why I haven't talked about it, and I will get to all of that in a second, but the mini farm, so the first episode of the mini farm, that was made the day that my dad's dad died. So yeah, but I tried not to show my sadness, and I did the first video, which was episode number 1 of the mini farm. So I did my first episode of the mini farm, and then I eventually stopped, and then I went back out to it, which was after it had snowed in December. So that was during like January or December. I think it was like, it was somewhere in February or January or December, I think, that I did part 2, and then parts 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 17 came, and then after episode 17, I quit because I wasn't able to keep up with the latest updates, and I had entirely forgotten to do those episodes. So I will try and bring that back into the picture here on YouTube, but because back then it was FS19, well, the content I was putting out back then when I was still doing the mini farm series was the FS19 series, well, the FS19 seasons, which I was still into season 1 when I was still doing it. So I was putting out FS19 season 1 content into season 2 content, and then I was also doing some music videos. So I was doing FS19 season 1 into season 2 content. I was doing music video content. And basically, yes, I was doing mini farm series content, and then I was also doing some real life farming content as well of my papa. But then towards like, let's say 2020, I was starting to lose my interest in it, in that series, and I had to end up quitting that series because I just couldn't deal with it no more. Because otherwise I'd be still, because if I was still doing it to this day, I'd be putting out more than just FS19 music video and mini farm and real life farming content. Then it was going to be too much for me to handle. So I had to get rid of one of the pieces of content that I would do on the channel, that I was doing on the channel, and I had to stop the FS, no, well, not the FS, but the mini farm series at my grandpa and grandma. So I had to stop that. So I wasn't so overloadedly packed with content that I had to do. So now with this kind of content coming, and then bringing the mini farm series content back, and then plus having FS22 having the FS22 content coming into the mix, and the last few videos the last few music videos on the channel content. Now that's like 4 pieces of content that would be like 4 things of content that I'd be putting out, plus these kinds of videos for you guys. So that's basically 5. So basically, do you guys think I can handle 5? Yes, I can. Can I handle 2 channels? Yes, I can. So the second channel, now that's real life farming content, so that's the only stuff that's going on there, so you guys won't see none of that. So you guys won't see the second channel content on here, but yeah. So I will try and bring the mini farm series back just 1 episode at a time, because I'm not going to try and put out 2 episodes a day or 3 episodes a day and then try and upload them at my grandpa and grandma's and then try and do 3 more. So I'm just going to take it slow, and I'm only going to do at least 1 episode at a time. Probably, I don't know, starting sometime, I don't know if I'd start this week. I think I'll start probably Saturday afternoon or something like that. I'll probably go out to my mini field and show you guys what all that looks like if it isn't snow covered yet. So you guys are probably gonna ask, well, how did the harvest go, at least on the mini farm? Well, it wasn't great. No. Some bugs had gotten into the corn, and then I think deer came and tried to eat the corn out. So we were able to get some of it, but then all the tops of our corn got eaten by mice, because I had put all of it in the corn crib along with the Indian corn, which that turned out spot on. And especially selling that stuff, geez, I had made like almost close to $5, I think. Still have it somewhere, but I don't know. I don't know if I spent it or what have you, but I don't know. Can't tell you. So what do I do? What will I do with the corn? What will I do when I grow corn again next year or this year? Well, next year in 2022. Well, that I don't know. I may just end up not continuing on with the mini farm. I may or may not. But it's a lot of work because I got to get a gasoline tiller out there just to till that under. And then it all comes, oh, geez, and it's just a mess. It was a mess trying to get that thing tilled under was the bad thing. And, I mean, you should have seen it. I mean, we had plugged 2 rocks. We had plugged 2 good-sized or fairly decent-sized rocks in that tiller, to the point where I was going to burn the belt almost. Cheekers, creepers. That thing was making so much noise I couldn't tell what I was doing, what I had done wrong. Well, yeah, sort of. I don't know what I was going to do. But you see, what I'm thinking about doing is it's going to be a little while. It won't be until next spring, I think. I'll try and do that farm again. I'll try and do the mini farm again, but yeah, if you guys go and watch episodes 1 through 17, you'll know how stressful it was just to do all that, because we had more than just big rocks. We had small ones where I had the digger scratch around in the dirt trying to get them filthy buggers out. So, yeah, it was kind of rough and it was tough, so that's why I quit at episode 17. So that's why I didn't even show the harvest, because the harvest was absolutely horrendous. Especially with the pumpkins, geez, they turned out better than I had anticipated. Cripe. I think we had close to about, by the time, I think we had close to like 5 pumpkins, I think, my first year. And then we were still getting, I think we had about, I don't know, I think I'd say 5. And then, as I was tearing the stuff out, just to go and throw that out in the hole before winter, because I had to winterize the field, because I had to take all that stuff out, chop corn stalks down with the machete, and then I had to pull all the pumpkin vines out, which that was not a fun job. That sucked. But as I was pulling those pumpkin vines out, I'm dragging it through the corn. Well, I'm dragging it toward me. What I didn't see that was still growing was our 6th pumpkin, but it was still green yet, so we couldn't even afford to keep it. So, I mean, it was too small to survive, especially since it was gonna get to blazing cold temperatures. So, I mean, some days it gets bloody cold out here in Iowa, but it don't matter. So, the mini farm, well, will that series come back? Will it not? I don't know. That's something for me to decide. You guys can't make me start that series over again, or make me start it back up, because you guys are not the owners of the channel. I am. I decide when the mini farm series starts up again. Will I have my 2 helpers? Probably not. Because that's the way they are. That's why I didn't see them throughout from episode 3 to 17. So that's why you guys never saw those 2, my other 2 helpers, my 2 younger brothers. why you guys never saw them again. They never wanted to come back to help. Because I know I'd just make them do the mini farm with me, so. Yeah, but anyway, I guess that's it for tonight. See you guys tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow after school. Otherwise, that's it for tonight. See you guys tomorrow.